Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome to the Messy Desk. So today I am going to show you how I have picked out some papers to use or possibly use in my September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. So the first part you saw that I went through and I picked out items for this challenge so that I would be able to cover all of the categories that I need to have for this journal. Now, I've continued to go through a couple of scrap boxes and find some other things. One of the things I found was a journal that was started, and that is perfectly okay this time. So the journal that I found has a piece of ledger. It's been cut to the length of the journal. I have this map page and it has a short flap. It's an 8x8, so it's going to be a little bit short this way and it was going to be short that way, so it's got a little bit of a flap on the other side. You're going to see I did pull out the envelope from my Happy Mail the other day, and I did put the envelope and the other piece in here. And so, yeah, so those were from the Happy Mail. Then I have a piece of onion skin dyed paper that has been placed under with the lace. Okay, and another one, and that one's been flipped up, and another one. And then I have an avocado dyed ledger, little ledger. And so there's that. And then I have a little children's art paper. They used to have that at the Dollar Tree. And I had a cardstock that I think is going to work really well with this. And I love this. Okay, and then a piece of a map. And that's from an actual map. And then I have this onion skin dyed paper that flips out. Okay, so that gives me some pages to start with. And so this time we can finish a journal that's already started or just make a new one. I'm going to use these papers, so we'll set those aside. Okay, so in my scrap box, these, and then also I did go and I grabbed these. So let's start with these. So I went into my napkin area and I grabbed these napkins. Okay, so I got this one, and I believe the Patreons got this in their Peachy Easter kit. I got these, and I believe they got these possibly last year. And this one, this is in their August kit, okay? But I thought I might be able to use, even though it says lavender, there's a lot of blue in here, okay? And it's a half of a piece, so yeah, so I can go ahead and use that. Okay, so I've got some napkins to choose from, and for me that's something I really like to use. The other thing I have is I have a 4.5 by 7 inch paper pad, and it has some great colors. It has the colors that are similar to the digital. There's a bicycle. That one would probably work really with that one too. And so I went ahead, I didn't start all the way in the back. Okay, so yeah, so that'll give me some cardstock that I can use, and I think it's going to be great. There's 36 pieces. Recollections, that would be Michael's, and you even get that in there. Okay, so napkins and that I like to have. Now, this was from one of the projects that I did, and you can see there is just a faint blue and the peach, and I thought that might be kind of cool to put on the back of a couple of my pages. And it was in the the box. I have an envelope with a bird stamp that I can possibly use. Oh my gosh, is this not so cool? This is the envelope that my pass came in for the national parks. My national parks pass came in this envelope, and so I think that is going to be awesome. Now, I did find some in my stack over here. These are 3 digitals that I had extra of. This is a welcome gift. It's in the Patreon. All Patreons have access to about like 40 or 40, yeah, about 40 welcome gifts in there. So that is something that I can use. And then I found I had some of this computer paper that is blue, and this is the backing for that. Then I found there was some lace doily in here, and I don't know if I'll use it or not. This is scrap paper. You have another envelope. This is a card that was on, it was the inside of something. We have a couple of cutoffs from some ledger, and we are using ledger in this one. So there's another, this is a grungy paper. I love this color of this envelope, and I think it's going to be perfect. I have some packaging, this with the blue, and then this, so this can be unused digital, and you know it's messed up, so there you go. Another piece of this, we've got this here, and from Sudoku puzzle, I like those. We've got this, I think that'll work really well, and some half pages. Okay, so a bunch of half pages, and some of my dad's graph paper, some more of dad's graph paper. There's like 3 of those. Wow. So some blue graph paper, noisy paper, you know, I want to put that in there. Here's some coffee dyed with a doily. Got this little piece. I'm going to put that over with the ephemera. This is from a composition book, and here is where I took out the piece to make the template to bind. Okay, got another piece, some avocado dyed papers. Definitely gonna use these. These were Happy Mail, and I love those. Okay, and then these are some more of the extra pieces. This was Friday's freebie. That was last Friday's freebie. So I think I showed you that I was going to be using those. These are my second digital that I'm going to use. It's a Patreon digital, and then I have that. Okay, so then I did, while I was going through the scrap boxes, I went ahead and picked out a bunch of, now I'm going to make my challenge journal, and I'm going to be making another couple of journals and finishing another blue journal at the same time. So, yeah, so I found some other things. This one, this is the same image like is in the kit, and this was a little pocket thing that I made in a video quite a while back, and so it's from an envelope, and so we'll go ahead and add these, possibly will go in. So I just went through my already made things and found things that had some blue. Okay. So these are all from different times. Now these are a little more generic, but I thought I could use those. And okay, so that's some things that I'm going to be using. Got making such a mess here. Okay, some more scraps. You've seen some of these before. I'm going to use that for little things. But all the blue things, and a couple of little scraps. Then these are things that I had picked that I could put with that, the one that we made, the 8.1, the little zigzag mini journal. And so I put those because there's some blue. I'll put that like that. Okay, I've got a bunch of blue. I went through and picked out the blue paint chips and some other things here. There's the card that goes with, ooh, this was out of the new Temu stuff. There was this one paper that I thought I might be able to use. This was in there. Okay. Then these are the flowers that I've chosen. And then here, I went through all that new Temu stuff and a couple of other things and found everything that was blue. Okay, then from the grabby stuff, I pulled this because it has blue. I pulled one of these. I pulled these dots. And I pulled these stickers. So that was from the August grabby scrapbook box. And then I have some other trash in here that I pulled out of my trash box, recycle box. I have these buttons and they match the buttons that I had picked. Then I have some tea bags and, oh, and this little card. I'm going to put that in there. And some more, there's some doilies in here and some envelopes and a playing card and some more scraps. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's a lot of things. And next I will be organizing these so that they are easy to get to. And so I'll go ahead and come back and show you how I do that. Okay, so I have all this going on here, and I'm going to start with my largest pieces to the back, going down to my smaller pieces. In the very front will be the ephemera that I have, and I also will probably pull out another box for the small things. Maybe this little box right here. It does, yeah, we'll use this little box right here. Okay, I have a little washi in there. I have the rose gold. I can put that over there. Okay, so I did find a tape in my stash that I can use. And so I'm going to put that with the fabric. So I have a pile. I want to use a lot of variety of things in this journal this time. So we'll put that with that other one. Okay, so we'll put this on fast forward and show you what we got. I'm going to continue to organize these. Okay, so I have my box of scraps. Okay, literally scraps. And I can continue to add to this. Like I've got this. So anyway, continue to add to that. My box of scraps. And then these are, I'm going to leave, okay. So these are going to eventually go into here. Let's see, let's go ahead and these are pretty much all embellishments. So they can go here. Okay, so that'll be for after I put together my papers. So let's come over here and we'll finish this last little batch that I had. Okay, so everything that's blue I have grabbed. These are the envelopes. I know I'm going to use these in that journal. So some of the already cut out pieces of blue papers. I have these. That's a scrap. These are scraps, but they are all alike, and I want to use them for something. So happen to have these little tags. Oh, that's a Christmas one. We'll put it up in the Christmas stuff. Okay. Okay, so now putting these last pieces in. And I'm just doing them by size. If they're out of order, it's okay. I mean, the whole idea is to be able to see what I've got. Okay, these are a couple more of the digitals from one of the Patreon welcome kits. Okay, so we've got this. We'll go ahead, we're going to put in our embellishments. You know what? I have some more pages here. I'm going to put these in here anyway, but there's some more. Okay, so these are already made embellishments. Okay, the heart and the tickets can go in here. Another already made embellishment. And I'm going to count that as something I want to use rather than a scrap. Okay. So this is my, I'm going to move. This is my embellishments. And if I can find a box that I can put these in like this little box right here, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so see, just like that. And then I will go ahead and put these things back in here. They are blue. And there's the stamps that were, he's got a little bird on it. Oh, some blue washi. Okay, so that I can put right up here. I'm going to move it over after. And then, you know what? None of these are super, I'm going to put them in the back. Hopefully I won't forget. Okay, then I've got this, and I will be going through that and adding that into there also. But these are all the things I found when I went through my, my little boxes. Okay, so I'm going to put that, for right now, it'll just go in here. And then my flowers will go right here. So, picking out my papers. Now remember, I have that whole batch that I started with. I like this. I think that's going to be great. I think that's going to give us some other color. And I definitely want these. I think I want this one. Okay, I like that it has that. And there's two of these. I want those. So I think I'm gonna make a 2-signature journal, a floppy journal is what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna save this because I can run that through the printer. And this needs to be cut down. Put that in. Definitely want a noisy paper. And I like to have 2 pieces of the graph paper together for like project planning and that kind of thing. And I have 3 of my dad's. I don't think we need that. I think we'll do a couple of these short ones. I just like to have a couple of shorter pieces. Okay, and then I'll put these in my box over here. And these can all go in the box. I'm going to turn this the other way. You know, I kind of like, that might make a good page. Now I might have to cut it out, you know, cut around it, but I think that that will make a good page. Okay, these are going in there. I think that might be able to be for the double tuck. I think we'll add one of those there and one here. This can also go over there. Same with this one. These are also, so these are going into the other box. There are things I can use, but, okay. Now, this I also want to be able to send through the printer, but at the same time, I'm going to use one of these pieces, and I'm going to do a fold up. Okay, so that'll give me a pocket page. Remember, our journal has to, for this challenge that I'm doing, has to have 60 pages, sorry. So I'm going to pull out 4 pages to possibly add digitals to and put them over to the side. And then I have these pieces also that I'm going to go ahead and put over in that other box. Okay. Okay, so what I end up with is I have, now all these pieces, that one can go in because it's a page. And I'm going to put this one in just in case I decide to do 3 signatures. I'm going to put that other. Okay, so these pieces are going into that other box. So this is what I've got. This box here is like this. And then I'll be able to take this box and put it in like this. And it's going to help those not move back and forth and around. I do have my scrap box. Okay, and then I've got a few other things. Remember the bag from the first video? So those are going in the big box. This and the napkins, they will go on the other side. Also in the big box. I'm going to put them in the front. Okay. And then I have my digital. I'm going to fold this one more time. It'll hold better in there. Okay. So we have this stack of pages. We have these pages. And now I'm going to go ahead and go through the digital that I'm using here. And I probably will use at least one of the tags, but for right now, we're going to go through. I think we'll use that. It's a ephemera though. And then I'm going to be using all my already cut ephemera. Okay. Getting down to pages. Okay, side-by-side pages. And, oh, I definitely want to use these are the 6-packs. So I'll be using those. And, okay, here we are on their side-by-side pages. Okay, so we've got some full sheets. Okay, I think I want both of these where the parakeets are bigger, and I want this one. And I want this one. And I love these. So it doesn't mean I'm going to use all these. I'm just choosing a bunch of them. Okay. I want both of these. Okay, so there's that. This is the mini, and I probably will come back and grab some of those, but that'll be later. And so, yeah, so now I may want to print on the other side of these. So that's the next thing I'm going to do, is I'm actually going to go through and go, okay, I want this to be the, you know, the second signature cover. And I want this to be the first signature cover, or however I'm going to do that. So that is going to be the next thing I'm going to do. Now, I do want to print on the other side of these. So that gives us more pages with less bulk rather than gluing them together. But I am going to pick one. Okay, let's use this one. So I know I want to use this somewhere in the journal. So these are my other pages that I'm going to use probably. So this one, let's go ahead and get it ready to be used. And I'm going to do the, I'm going to put this on the back of it. Okay, so that's going to give me like a light muted background using the second ply of a napkin. That works really, really good for me. Okay. So, yeah. So the next thing I want to figure out is for this journal is how I am going to decorate the white space of the pages. So I just dropped the lid of the glue. Okay. You don't have a whole lot of time. This glue dries quickly, but there we go. And I don't mind the wrinkles. I actually embrace the wrinkles at this time of my life. Okay. So isn't that cool? Using what would have been trash. And then if you end up with a spot like that, you can go ahead and add glue. Okay. Add some glue and pull off a piece and put it right on top of it. Okay, just in case that happens. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and I just want to make sure my edges are down. Okay, I like it. I like it very much. Then we'll go ahead and turn it over. And I'm going to trim off the white edge. Now, if your printer takes that edge off, if you're able to print a border, you're lucky, and I would do that. But mine, right now it doesn't, and I need to investigate, but I need to wait until I get caught up. So, I want to remind you that on Friday, it's a big day. We have a special coming to you from Sarita, and that is, you have to be present, and you'll have to be one of the first the first, you'll have to be the first, one of the first 10 to opt in to what she has for us. And you have, like I said, you have to be present for that. The other thing is I will introduce the rest of our design team. And so really excited about that. We're a little behind because last Friday was the 1st. And so, yeah, so there I've got one of my pages is ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here just so that it has a home. Okay. And there you go. Okay, so there's many other ways to cover your white space, and we will be going over that in the next video. And so, yeah, so I am going to be taking those, and I may actually print some of those same images onto this. Okay, so I haven't decided yet, but I am going to. So one of the things you can do, obviously, is use some pretty paper that's pretty on one side, and then print your print on the other side. We could go ahead and glue these 2 pages together. That would be another option. Okay, so I could just glue this, and then having a thicker page. And so yeah, so you can glue any of your pages onto the back. Could take and glue 2 pages together. Okay, it's going to give you a thicker page, which is sometimes really a great thing to have. So yeah, so another thing I'm going to be looking for is oh, you know what? I have my bird calendar right here. I think this is the bird one. I'm not going to use the peacock. I know that. Let's see if there's... Oh, he might be pretty in here. He's blue. It's not a parakeet, but you know what? I think that's the one that I'll use for... because the colors are good. They go with the hydrangea that I'm using. Let's see if there's anything else. Beautiful. Oh, he's cute too. I think he might have to come in here. Okay. So calendars are a great way to add another different texture, a different set of colors. And so, yeah, so I want to do that. And then the other thing is I want to see about more map, because I have more than one signature. So I'm going to be looking for map. You know what? Here's another started folded journal. Oh, it's from Easter. Okay. Nothing in there. Okay. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but really this is how I would put it together. I would find the different things, then decide how I was going to put them in here. I think for this, obviously I'm going to need to cut a little bit. So I'll go ahead and mark it, and I'll cut it there. And I'm thinking about a pocket, but I don't know that I really want a yellow pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll mark this. Okay, like that. It'll actually be like that. So, okay, So that'll give me that. Like I said, I'm going to have to cut that here. And then on this one, oh, he's going to lose his beautiful tail. Well, he can get cut up here. Okay, so I'll either fold that down or I'll cut that. Folding it down might be good because it will strengthen the page. And then come over here. Oh, you know what? Let's line them up. Okay, because I do like the colors of this. This might be a good one for to put 2 pockets. Okay. And I love these colors. So again, we'll go ahead, and I'm using one of the pages down here to figure out. Okay, so it just disturbed the cat. Okay, so if I line this up with my line, okay, put that down. Okay, this can go in the scrap box, or you can throw it away. Okay, so there's that one, and it'll be ready. And then this one, you'll be able to see me line this one up. Okay, so pull it down, and I'll line it up. It's catching on something over here, you guys. Okay. And I'm a little bit on the inside of it, and that's okay. Put that in the scrap box. And that gives me 2 more pages. And they're a different texture. And then they'll feel different, they'll sound different when you are going through the journal, okay? So 2 different ways of taking care of it. That gives me 2 more, just a couple birds hanging around, okay? So, yeah, so that's what we're doing for today. And make sure that you put Friday on your plans for 10:30 Pacific Standard Time live. And we have a lot of fun on our Fridays. We'll have a freebie that will come out, and we'll play with that. We'll have the items from Sarita and the introduction of the rest of the design team. So very, very excited about that. And this week, we're going to continue to put together this journal, start to done. And so very excited about that. So if you are a beginner, this is how I do it, okay? And I need a lot of pages. So yeah, and then I can pick and choose. I don't have to use all these pages that we've chosen, but I am excited about what we've got, okay? So the other thing I need to add is the digitals. And I think this is going to work out really good. We're going to go ahead and we'll cut around that. This, I think, is a great choice to go with. This is a great choice to go with. This one. So just trying to find some things that were different. So those all being different, giving us our colors that we're wanting to use throughout. Okay, so there. So the first thing that I do is kind of get an idea. I know I want to use this digital, so I'm going to be looking for things that complement this digital. We know that there's also the hydrangea pages in there, so I'm going to be looking for things that complement those as well. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of pages to choose from. I think the avocado dyed looks great with this as well. And so let's put that down under there. And yeah, and then the paper that we made today, I might distress that after it's dried. And then we have this that was in that. See how pretty that matches? Okay, so a variety of eclectic papers to get our colors. And then we have this for another texture. Okay, so, and then this one, I love it because it's got those numbers on the back. Okay, I think this is going to be amazing, and I think we have a great choice of papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 already. We only need 15 if you end up with all the sides being able to be counted to make a 60-page journal. But I want mine to be bigger. So yeah, there you go. Picking out the papers for the journal. And so also the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to coffee dye these two pieces. And so I won't do that on video. There's video of, I'll post videos of me, how I coffee dye or avocado dye things. But that is, I'll be doing those. And so we'll be back. So that was our part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 is right down here. That was picking out the kit that I need for the Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.